Hey folks, how's it going? So I'm sitting working on this box of Trollbloods Scattergunners from the game Hordes. I just really like the look of these models. I picked them up back, was it a year or two ago? And yeah, they just look like really solid, detailed, well-detailed models. So I grabbed those. I'm sitting working on them now, and I'm doing little bits and pieces, and I thought it might be an idea to record them. And I actually had the idea to try and do more videos like this as I'm working on stuff, just because it gives me much more chance to share what my thoughts and stuff behind doing certain things are, like conversions and customization and stuff. And hopefully it'll give me the ability to make more videos and to complete projects quicker. Because with so far the way I've been doing things, I've just been waiting until there's a bunch of work done to do a video and to show you guys what I've been up to, and then I've got to try and remember what I did and why I did it. So it's a tricky thing to do, and it also means that I can't make a video until I've done a certain amount of work to warrant a whole video showcasing the bits and pieces that I've done. So hopefully, moving forward, I'm going to try and stick to a sort of format of doing an unboxing of the thing that I'm working on where possible, just because they seem to be quite popular videos here on the channel. So I get the impression that folk tend to like to see what you get in a box before they buy it. So I think it'd be a really handy thing for folk to see, is just unboxing the product and showing you the bits you get inside it and all that sort of thing. So I'll stick with the unboxings to start with. That'd be a good way to start off new projects. And then kind of do rambling videos kind of like this, hopefully not boring. Hopefully they're entertaining and interesting. It's just when I did models way back over like 15 years ago, I used to watch, not 15 years ago, over 10 years ago or so. I used to watch videos of folks sitting working on models or terrain or whatever. And it was a pretty big thing in the community back in the day, was just ramble videos. And I used to enjoy it because it was nice to have on in the background when you're working on something. And I picked up a hell of a lot of interesting tips and tricks from those videos as well that have helped me out today. So I figured I'd give it a go. I don't know how accepted it will be to do these sort of things nowadays, or how interested people are in sitting listen to somebody ramble on. But if you're sitting working on something, chuck these videos on in the background. Hopefully they'll be interesting enough for you to enjoy watching them or listening to them, whatever you're doing. So that will be the second phase, and then finally I want to obviously showcase the finished pieces. So that will be the final video in these series. So if you're not into these long rambly sort of the stream of consciousness style videos, then by all means just wait for the showcase. I'll try and mark everything as kind of clearly as I can, that it's either an unboxing, a rambling style video, or a showcase of a finished piece. We'll see how it goes though. I'm going to be kind of flexible with it. Sorry, just now I'm working on this dude. He looks like the commander, or the leader, I guess, which is this guy here on the box. So I'm working on him just now. He seemed the best one to start with these guys. But I think you get about 10 guys in a box. This is the main guy, and then you get a couple of variations that I'll hopefully show here in later videos of other characters. But there's a bunch of guns and stuff come with them, and some other little detail pieces. But with this guy just now, there's a couple things I wanted to change. So detail wise, I've added these little bomb casing sort of things, or little, I think they're like little grenades. They come in these little strips of 3. You get a whole bunch of them in this box as well. So I added them to his belt here, and then on this side I've added this little pouch, and there's a bunch of these too. So I added one on the side there. It fit kind of nicely. I did have to do a little bit of sculpting work to make it sit in there a bit more flush. And then on the back here, he did have like a sword or a knife. That's what you see left over here. But it didn't look right. The sculpting on it wasn't that great. It was a bit wonky. And the handle was way too small for the size of this guy's hands for that to even make sense as something that he would use. So I went in and scraped all that out with an X-Acto knife, just to give me a bit more space in here, and I'm going to cover that with this is a gun from, it's, my brother had a whole bunch of models. He used to do them way back, about 20 years ago or so. He used to make Warhammer and stuff. So This is a gun from one of the, I think it's the Orcs. It was way back just like a plain old like Orcs versus Space Marine style kit that you got. And there was a bunch of extra parts still kicking about, so I'm using some of them in my they're in my bits box now, and I've got a graveyard of old Space Marine and Orc figures that I'm going to rake through at some point and try and do something with. But this was from one of the Orcs, and it just kind of fit well with the theme. There's like a wooden kind of carved handle going on, some metal pipes and little rivets and stuff like that. So it fit in well with the style of the guns that they already have. They all have these sort of battened together like wood and pipes and rivets and metal and stuff like that. So I thought it fit in quite well with the theme, and size wise it works out that this is, you know, it's like a backup secondary gun or whatever. So I'm going to stick this onto the back here, something like there, yeah, on the back there like that, and then I'm going to green stuff in a little strap so it makes sense being on his back. And then finally in the remaining space I'm going to do one of these little barrels. Again, you get a bunch of these with the kit. I think they're like gunpowder barrels. I'm going to have that kind of in that space there. It's going to look roughly something like that. Just to add a bit more interest and detail to this already awesome miniature. And then finally, I think I'm going to use, again, this is, I think this is like a grenade from the Warhammer Orcs way back in the day. Don't know if they still have this sort of style of stuff on them. But it's just a little kind of hand grenade. Again, I thought it fit in well with the wood and the kind of strapping and a little bit of metal work on there. So I'm going to try and make it look like he's holding on to this with his pointing hand here. For some reason I just think it'd be cool if he was sort of holding on to a grenade and pointing at the same time. So I'm going to try and drill through the hand really carefully and somehow make it look like he's holding on to this while pointing. So that's the plan for this dude. Sorry this video's been rambly, I know it's kind of taken that sort of shape, but I hope that, you know, doing this and sitting working on stuff while I'm talking encourages me to make more videos. As I say, if you're not interested in this style of stuff, feel free not to watch these. There'll be hopefully be plenty of other showcase videos and things like that. But I thought it'd be a cool little insight to try and you know, let you see my thinking behind some of this stuff. If you're not into that, or you can't stand the sound of my voice for about 10 minutes, then feel free to just watch the other bits and pieces I've got going on. So there we go. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I'd like to do, so I'm going to get on with as many of those projects as I can, and hopefully record most of that along the way. So until the next one, cheers for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.